Okay, so now it's time for the second juice, the red juice, and here I actually have like how much? 6 ingredients. I have half a quinoa kali. I don't know the name in English. China kale. Half a quinoa kali, 4 apples, 1 orange, half a kilo of carrots, and 400 grams of root beet, and 1 whole celery. And so this will produce approximately like 1.8 liters of juice. So altogether like around 4 cups, big cups of 5 cups of big cups of juice. So altogether with the green juice, this will produce quite a substantial amount for 2 people. If you're 3 people, of course you will have less, and if you are alone, surely you can make a smaller portion, unless you really want to, drink juice throughout the day, which we could do. I will start now by taking the soft parts, the quinoa kali, and again just cut them in small pieces. It's quite soft, this, so it's not so important. It doesn't have very strong fibers, so the machine has no problem to work with it, but still I cut them in quite fine pieces. Yeah, so you can actually go on a juice diet and even just for a while just live of juice to purify to cleanse the body. Because here we are actually consuming fluids and not solids. And fluid simply has the capability of cleansing, whereas solids doesn't have that capability. So if you eat pasta or rice, it doesn't clean the body like fluids does. And this fluid is not even just water. It's full of minerals, it's full of antioxidants and enzymes, and of course it has the some carbon hydrates and some proteins, but not much. But why you really want to eat juice is for the amount of enzymes, antioxidants, and other sorts of vitamins that the plants naturally have. And so we get the best out of the fruit, and we actually extract the indigestible, insoluble parts of the vegetables. So you can see this is relatively easy. Actually, it's a bit stuck there. And I can't recommend to stuff in your hand, so therefore, and not knives. This will just simply break the machine if you stuff anything down there. But that comes with the machine, this kind of thing. But actually it's not very helpful, so a carrot is really much better. Actually, I was a little too quick to stuff the things in here, so it's a little... But see, now it's coming. And another thing about eating raw food is really that the raw food contains all the nutrition that comes from, that is in the plants, but they are not they're not killed, they're not extracted from a boiling process or heating process. So by eating raw, you really get the most out of the vegetables. In most cases. Of course, potatoes, I don't think juicing those would be a particular good idea. I haven't tried, but I don't think it would be very tasty. But anyway, potatoes is maybe not the best vegetable anyway. So with the celery, it's very important to cut them in small pieces, because they have very strong fibers, which goes all the way from the bottom to the very top of the plant. So it's very important to cut them into tiny pieces, like 1 centimeter pieces, like this, so that you really make sure that the fibers are not going to clog up the whole machine. But then when you have cut them, you can actually, the machine is pretty good at taking the leticali and the celery. And the celery has so much juice in them. There's so much liquid in the celery. So this juice is the red juice, and right now it's not red, but it will very quickly change when I add the root beet. The root beet is amazing. Simply, it's so wonderful to juice. And the root beet is known actually to be enhancing the performance of athletes. And you really do feel when you drink the juice that you really do feel that you get a kick, an energy kick out of drinking it. So once you get started with this, if you skip a day, you feel like what's wrong? Something happened, what happened to my juice? You just want that juice, because it's really making your mind, making your body lighter, and you're simply going to be more happy. And if I should be a little politically correct or something, maybe it's for the future to be politically correct in this kind of way, but I think it is the future that we will be consuming less and less of the heavy foods like meat in particular, which is so heavy, such a burden on the planet, that we have to grow crops, grow corn and all sorts of plants to feed the animals, and then we eat the animals. And in that whole process, there's a lot of energy wasted. Like we're transporting the animals, we're transporting the food that they are going to eat. But by eating the vegetables, local vegetables preferably, of course, raw, there's much less energy involved in the whole process. And so therefore, it's simply healthier for the environment, but it's also healthier for your mind. It's you become lighter, you become happier, and you become skinnier as well. If that's a problem to you. Yeah, so the root beet is quite tough, as you can hear, for the machine. So cut them in thin slices, so it's not too too much work for the machine. A few times I have tried that it's completely stopping, and then you have to stop it as quickly as possible so it's not breaking. And then there's a gear the way you can make it go backwards, so you can get those stuck vegetables out. So now what I did was that I took the first 3 ingredients. I took the kinakali, quite soft, and the celery, also quite soft, and then some hard vegetable, the root beet, to cleanse through the system, before I then go to the next 3 ingredients, which will be the apples, which are very soft, and then the orange, which is also soft, but actually does have a good effect on cleansing the machine, because it's very fluid. There's a lot of juice in the orange. And then I end up with the carrot. Oh, it's a little bad here. So, and also I have pretty much filled this, so I will just pour this over here, and in this time I will actually take away this foam. Oh, actually I need to okay, so now I've taken away the foam, which is really not so desirable, and I just pour it to this other container. And so this is quite strong with root beet and celery and kale. So I will keep that, and then we're ready to fill this bucket again. And this time or maybe I should empty this also. So now we are ready to take the second round of fruits. The idea with this slow juicer is really that you have to do it slow. It's unfortunately part of the way the machine works, that you do it slowly. The juice machines that are spinning very fast, you can just stuff anything in there and just it will juice it right away and no problem. But as I said earlier, it also oxidizes the juice more, which some people say is not so good. And I tend to believe that. That's why we bought this machine, because it's much more gentle with the vegetables. And then the oranges, I simply cut away the peel. Rather than peel them with my hands, I just cut as little as possible off the orange, so that the peel, I can get as much as the peel in the juice, because actually most of these kind of fruit and vegetables, they have most of their nutrition is in the peel. So it's really important to eat the peel as well. Okay, so now what has happened is that the apples are like a mush in here, so that's why I always take the orange afterwards because it's really good at cleaning up the insides of the machine. And I just cut them in half, and then it's just like washing the whole inside here. I have to help it a little. And now for the carrots. And actually this time I will take the carrots separately, because we give it to the dogs as an addition to the dog food. So these carrots are rather big, so I cut them in quarters. And then I can just help some of the apples on the way here. Okay, so now we have ourselves here a lot of juice, around 1.8 liters. And here again, there's some foam, which I will just remove. And I use this sieve to remove it. So it's not very much, but it just makes it taste a little better, the juice that or the foam is maybe making it a little too, I don't know. Well, you can try it out yourself. I recommend it. Then what I do is I mix the two. And there we have it. And there's a little pulp here still that one can take or not take if one likes to chew it. There will be a little pulp in the juice, but I like it. That's okay to have a little something to chew on anyway. So let's taste this. Ah, and it smells so wonderful. It's so empowering. It's just absolutely amazing. And a bit of oil just to make some of the I think it's some components in the carrots which is easier dissolved in the digestion system when it's added with a little oil. So that's why I add some oil to the juice. And cheers, let's taste this. It's just so amazing. You just, when you get this inside your body, you just feel happy. It makes you happy. This is not hamburgers. This is not pizza. This is living food. It just makes you so much more happy. And you feel like a part of you really says, why didn't I do this much sooner? Because it's just so good for you. So thank you for watching, and I do hope that you get inspired by watching this movie and go and buy yourself a juice machine, a slow juicer, and start doing this every day. You know, get into the flow of juicing every day, and replace one of your meals with juice, because yeah, you will do something which is really good for your body, and you will be cleansing your system somewhat from all the toxins that we otherwise are consuming through all sorts of ready-made food or half-made, half-ready-made foods that we so often buy because it's easier. This does take some time. It does take maybe altogether an hour to make these 2 juices, including washing the machine. I can maybe do it around 50 minutes if I'm very fast and yeah, quick. But it's easy to wash. That's a good thing. It's not like you have been frying some potatoes on the pan or whatever, fried something with oil and it's difficult to wash. This is so easy to wash. It's just vegetables. It comes off very easily, even it looks a mess. It's very easy to wash. So altogether, this is just nature, and you putting it inside your body, which is going to help you in all the ways, both with your mood, with your overall well-being of the body, and even also your spiritual life can improve greatly, because after all, they are never separated. Our spiritual life and our body, our daily life, how we live it and how happy we are and content we are, it all belongs to each other. It all connects. So by doing something good for your body, you are doing something good for your spirit too. Okay, so thank you for watching.